The Dice Game Awards is over, and I actually didn't know it even existed until just recently when a clip started making its rounds on social media that I want to talk a little bit about. So, to get straight into it, my name is Ojiro. I've been developing games for a bit over a decade and a half. The games industry is not in a very good space right now in terms of Western developers. Uh, Asian developers are doing great, but we've been having some issues here in the United States and in Europe. And I think this clip that we're going to go over right now kind of shows some of the big issues with the games industry. I want to break it down with you guys. Before I do that, let's just listen to this whole thing in full and then go from there. This individual, Greg Miller, is the gentleman on the left, and he is going to take it away.
My favorite games, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, is nominated for Online Game of the Year. Get your hands together. Yeah. Thank you, Rod. Of course, that is a game that takes real skill.
It does. Yeah, and I'm not trying to flatter everyone here, but if I know one thing about this audience, is that none of you had to pay someone to play Diablo for you.
It's hard to level up your own characters when you're dismantling democracy.
I feel like we're in good company here, but just in case for the people online, if you get mad at that joke, it's Greg Miller. G-R-E-G.
M-I-L-L-E-R. Fuck Elon Musk and fuck Donald Trump. My favorite.
Okay. So, there's been a huge disconnect with a lot of game developers and the audiences they're supposed to be making their games for, right? Got a lot of people in this audience here that are game developers that are either there to receive awards that have been nominated or this there for, I don't know, whatever reason, networking, it's at a casino, drinks, whatever it may be. Foundationally, we as game developers are entertainers. It is our job to provide entertainment so that you are willing to give us your time and money, right? That's how it goes. That's how we are able to stay employed and pay our bills. We solely exist to provide something to the market. Nobody really cares about what our opinions are. They don't really care about what happens to our careers. They don't care about our career growth. You have some that do, but by and large, we are providing a service. And if we fail to provide that service, we lose our jobs. There have been over 25,000 layoffs in the past 2 years. We're probably looking at another 10,000 alone this year just from Ubisoft. And it seems to not be getting any better. There has been an outbreak with a lot of people as time has gone on where they believe that it is almost their duty to go out on social media and attack people for either their political views or for their views on social issues. And they kind of look at it and think, well, I don't need those people. They shouldn't play my game. And foundationally, when we make a game, we do not get to choose who likes our game. We don't get to gatekeep it. We send it out to the market. The people that enjoy it will play it. And with the cost of developing games, it is really important to try and make sure that your game is as accessible to as many people as you can. You know, when it comes to these larger scale things. With your indie titles, you can kind of do whatever you want, right? But for the games industry at large, the industrial scale development where it's like 100 plus people for these teams, these games are costing like 50, 100, 400 million dollars to make. You cannot afford to alienate people because you have some kind of personal disagreement. There's been so much unprofessionalism in my industry where a lot of people are thinking that people want to hear their opinions and they decide, you know what, I'm going to go online and I'm going to go on a rant or I'm going to attack certain people for their beliefs because I don't need those people. Screw those people. You have others that are thinking, you know what would make this game better if I inject my personal belief system into this at the cost of the quality of the game, the quality of the stories. And ultimately, the market decides, and the market has been consistently deciding that nobody wants this. Some people will buy it, but studio after studio after studio is shutting down because we have people that I know generally we call them activists. I consider a lot of them to be cultural arsonists, people that come in, they see something, they disagree with that, and then their response is, "I need to burn it down and remake it." You saw just recently with Dragon Age: The Veilguard, where you took a franchise that was generally loved, and people were like, "You know what? We need to do? We need to um, fill it with terrible writing, a bunch of messaging. We can't have conflicts because you can't have conflict with certain people, or of course you hate certain individuals and certain groups." And it was bad. Writing was bad. Gameplay was bad. No one, not no one. Some people did buy it, but studios like that particular part of the studio shut down. They all lost their jobs. Well, not all. Some got moved around, but it's not. The market spoke. It was bad. When we have people like this Greg Miller guy sitting up in a huge forum like this and attacking people for their political beliefs, because you could just be like, oh, well, he's only attacking Elon Musk or Donald Trump. No, this also was considered an attack on people that voted for him. And while you may not personally like, you know, Elon Musk, Donald Trump is using him for a role in his administration. So I'm really disappointed because when I see someone using this platform like this and making these statements, it emboldens other people that are in the industry to say, you know what, I need to resist, and I'm going to resist by making bad content, because that's what these people do. When you have, like, no matter your personal beliefs, as soon as you get to work, you need to leave those at the door and you need to focus on making a good product. You need to focus on making a fun game. You need to focus on, fixing bugs, getting content out the door, getting a successful release, and making sure that you all are employed at the end of that release to make your next game. What a lot of these people foundationally do not understand when they come in and they are like, I need to, stick it to over half the United States, is not everyone agrees with them, right? You're going to have some people that are very vocal and it's almost encouraged. Like I worked out in the Bay Area, San Francisco. You had a lot of people that were very vocal about their political beliefs if they were the right political beliefs, right? If you had the wrong political beliefs, those people just kind of, didn't talk because it was unwelcome. If you were to be in the Bay Area and you were to say things like, I think there's only two genders, there are some companies where people would go to HR and say, hey, I feel personally threatened by this individual for making this statement. And depending on the company that was, HR may or, they could treat it very seriously. The environment we're in now with games is we need to be making games for the most amount of people that are willing to buy it and not alienate people. And these statements like this embolden people to go out and make stupid decisions and putting their personal beliefs before their job, their professionalism, and making a good product. Later on in this video, I don't have the video up here, but this dude makes some comment where he's like, "Oh, well, I don't understand why people are complaining about sexy women in video games. Nobody cares." I want to point out is lady right here. I don't know her name. She's got her boob window, right? Because it's sexy. Women dress to impress other women. Women like looking attractive. That is pretty common knowledge to everyone. So if being attractive doesn't matter, then why is the person next to him making an attempt to be attractive? Because I'm sure she thinks of it as being empowering. I'm sure it makes her feel like she is better. She's up on a stage. She's going to have potentially millions of people looking at her, best case scenario. Though in this case, 2.4 million views, I consider this a worst case scenario because this is not positive in any way, shape, or form. But women, they like being attractive. No one wants to play someone that's ugly. No one wants to play someone that's like, severely overweight. Like everyone wants to play an ideal character. They want to escape reality. They do not want to have a bunch of stupid social issues that most people don't agree with invade their video games. Um and I'd like to say I'm mad, but I'm just so disappointed. I Nothing good will come of this for the industry that I work in. And the more people lose their jobs, the less investors want to put money in, the harder it is going to be for anyone to get a job. Like I've got people that I know that have been without, out of work for like 6 months, some even more, because the jobs they're just not there. People are not investing in game studios, and the more game studios get shut down, the less opportunity there is for everyone. Hello, puppies. Yeah, this is really all I want to talk about today. I'm super tired. I still got to do my dailies for Nikkei and Girls Frontline too, so I'll leave you guys here for tonight. I hope y'all have a good time, and hope to see y'all in a future video. Farewell.